What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Carib Fusion video. So today we're going to talk about, did Drake steal from Jamaican culture in his latest album, More Life? No, this video actually that you're going to see in a minute, it's actually from Jevvy Media. You can call him a new kid on the block. But some of the things that he had to say in the video were very valid points, you know what I'm saying? To what extent did Drake take from Jamaican culture, and how can we as dancehall fans, Jamaicans, really start to capitalize on what the world sees us or sees dancehall as. So I want to really watch the video, and then put your points down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about this, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, this is not a bashing contest. It's not who sell out who, but how can we make dancehall better, more marketable, you know what I'm saying? And how can we, obviously these guys, the Drakes, the Rihannas, the Justin Biebers are using the best part of dancehall and they're making buckets from it. So how can dancehall artists in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? How can they start to make that kind of big bucks? That's one of the things, that we can have a conversation about. So I want to watch the video and tell me, did you think that Drake stole, from us, or do you think that it's all fair game? Let me know what you got, let me know what you think, and then, just drop it in the comment section. Okay, so take in what Jevvy have to say, and at the end of what, when he's done, I will then give you my final thoughts on what he has to say.
How's everyone doing today? It is your favorite journalist, Jevvy, and you can tell by the title of the video what this video is about. Now, it's been about 2 weeks since Drake released his 22-track album/playlist titled More Life, and has been smashing records left and right? It was announced that it set a new US record for most online streams from a single album in 1 week, with 385 million streams recorded across all platforms. The last holder of this record was Drake's last album, Views. All of the tracks on More Life made it onto Billboard's top 200 list really early, including 2 dancehall tracks titled Blem and Madiba Rhythm. Now this is where my rant begins, right? I'm not here to talk about the songs themselves. I'm talking about the blatant cultural appropriation of dancehall music that Drake continues to do. And by continue, I'm also referencing the dancehall instrumentals he used on Views. That's where the problem starts. Even when Drake decides to use dancehall beats on his Views album, he collaborated with no Jamaican talent, and this one is no different. Of course, he's not obligated to, but dancehall is a genre that needs a lot of help to get international appeal. By just straight up using the sound, Drake ends up being looked at as innovative and a creator of the sound. And there are other artists who are using the sound too, most notably Justin Bieber, but nobody is as actively involved with the Jamaican culture as Drake is. In fact, he's regularly hanging out and collaborating with Popcorn on his OVO clothing line, and he also shot a music video in Jamaica years before featuring Movado. Now, it's almost as if Jamaican culture and music, it's cool to use, but not good enough to actually collaborate with Jamaican talent and artists. Now, for me, the most disrespectful part is the apparent lack of respect Drake is showing for the dancehall music industry as a whole. There's a certain order to things in the industry. Appropriating the word rhythm in one of your songs is straight up taking the identity of one of the few things we have going for ourselves. We know how the Drake effect works, where he takes something for himself and gets complete and total credit for revolutionizing something he never created. That is literally the thesis of his career. Started from The Weeknd with Take Care, to Quentin Miller during a couple summers ago, to Party Next Door right now. And to do this to a genre hurting and in dire need of whatever exposure is available, is straight up tasteless. However, I don't believe that this is Drake's intention. I believe he had pure intentions. He's been a fan of Jamaica and our culture, it's almost a fetish for him in a way. All that aside, I don't believe this is Drake's intention. And besides, whether or not Drake is a culture vulture, isn't this good? Isn't this the goal, to normalize dancehall? Now, I'm showing the other side of things. There's positive and negatives to everything, right? Now, obviously, we know the root of the music is from Jamaica, but the rest of the world doesn't. They're thinking people like Bieber and Drake, they're the ones who came up with this. And that's where us dancehall fans come into play, right? We need to stop fighting the changes. The world is taking notice of dancehall music with or without us, and it's up to us to keep up with the changes so the people will actually listen to our Jamaican talent instead of looking at Bieber and Drake as a standard. We have to let everyone know about authentic dancehall, not this tropical house fusion blend they're trying to normalize actual dancehall. This is why marketing and branding is so important, as iOctane was talking about a couple weeks prior. Jamaicans need to learn how to behave themselves instead of just cussing out anyone who disagrees with them online. That drives away fans, believe it or not. We're running away potential audiences. We need to show our best faces and welcome everyone with open arms. While there's things that us dancehall fans can do, there's a lot Drake needs to do as well. How about actually featuring Popcorn on the song for once? Using dancehall talent from dancehall tracks, hopping on a Jamaican-made rhythm like fellow Toronto artist Trabas has done. Maybe in the future Drake will do this, but at the end of the day, we need to adapt to the times as more and more artists continue to use dancehall sound, because those who don't adapt go extinct. Now, do we want to go extinct? Leave your thoughts below. Tell me, is there anything we can do to prevent people from appropriating dancehall culture, or is there a way to make them really give proper credit? Is there a way for everyone to know the goodness of dancehall? Leave your thoughts below. Let's talk. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your favorite journalist, Jevvy. See you later.
All right, Jevvy, big up yourself. Thank you for letting me use the video. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of the things that he was saying in the video really spoke to me, especially about normalizing dancehall. I mean, in fact, that is the goal. We want it to be in every household, you know, not just as a niche, but as a mainstream. And we don't want just the Drakes to do it and just the Rihannas to do it. We want it to be, you know, we want it to be the Vibe Cartel, the Idonias, the Busy Signals, the Alkalines, the Popcorns. That's what we want, you know what I'm saying? Homebred people making the best use of dancehall. Now, get me wrong, I think this can be a good thing, and it is sort of culture vulture in a way, but in a way, at the same time, I think it's highlighting the fact that we don't actually make best use of our product, which is dancehall. And another point that I would add to that is that we spend way too much time trying to be the man in dancehall and trying to prop up, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 people in dancehall, but the whole genre itself needs attention to get it to that next level. You know, competition is good in dancehall. It's actually what we know the best, but that's part of the reason why dancehall is where it's at right now. Begging for air and dying for air. It needs life. So if we can have more of the alliances where people are saying, you know what is true, let's see what we can do if we actually work together instead of fighting the next man. And then every now and again in the do a little clash, but it shouldn't be the main bread and butter. But that's just my opinion. But I think from what I have seen, in fact, I will put it this way. History has proven, though the fans love the clash, it put dancehall nowhere. But that's my opinion also. Tell me what you think. All right, in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, you know, tap the bell icon. Also go over to Jevvy's media and do the same thing. Subscribe to his channel, you know, check out his content, and yeah, just, and you know, everybody else who's listening to this, I'm gonna big up on yourself once again, and let's have a conversation. Join the conversation, guys. All right, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.